Good morning, everyone. It is coffee chat time with a social worker. And today I'm not wearing my glasses because I got a ring light and there's just this glare that really bothers me. So I have to figure that piece out for next time. But I thought today we would talk about walking in my passion and purpose. It kind of ties into my why, right? And so I wanted to start off by just reading this poem. And I think I was in a training early on in my career when I started working as a professional, and it really kind of stuck with me. It stuck with me to the point where I printed it and put it in a frame and had it somewhere where I could look at it pretty often and frequently as a reminder to my why. So I wanted to start off with reading it to you, okay? It's called The Other Side of the Desk. Have you ever thought just a wee little bit of how it would seem to be a misfit and how you would feel if you had to sit on the other side of the desk? Have you ever looked at the person who seemed a bum as a person sat before you, nervous, dumb, and thought of the courage it took to come to the other side of the desk? Have you ever thought to yourself, it could be I? If the good things of life passed me by, and maybe I'd bluster and maybe I'd lie from the other side of the desk. Did you make the person feel full of greed? Make that person ashamed of being a certain race or creed? Or did you reach out to the person in need to the other side of the desk? May we have wisdom and lots of it, and much compassion with plenty of grit, so we may be kinder to those who sit on the other side of the desk. And it's written, it says anonymous. So if anyone out there knows who the author is, share it in the comments. But the poem that I have just says anonymous. And when I read that poem, it just made me reflect on my why. It just really resonated with me. You know, we all come into social work with our own lived experiences. Things that kind of happened that we had no control over, that we had to heal from, that we had to work on, right? That we had to navigate, that was challenging. And so sometimes that brings us to social work, the lived experiences, the ability to, you know, put yourself in other people's shoes and have an understanding of what they may be going through, even though each and every person's lived experience is different and how they will respond and react is different, right? So even though we could empathize with how they're feeling, it doesn't mean that we know, right? And so we do have to be, you know, aware of that. But in reflecting on my why, my purpose, and my passion, it made me think back to this poem and how I read it and what it felt like for me to be on the receiving end of the social work experience or the social work profession or the helping profession, you know, as a child and a young adult, you know, what it felt like to be on the other side of the desk. Right? And so that really, really fuels my passion and my purpose. And I also think that representation matters. I just didn't see that in my own family system because I was the first generational college student. And so I kind of shared about that in a previous video. So I didn't really see that in my family system. So being able to go off to school and being able to play sports and travel and see other adults navigating life in the professional space was important. So that's another reason for my purpose and my passion. Just being an example to other young people that they can do great things despite circumstances, life situations that happen. And you do have the ability to heal and grow and pour back into others. And so I think that's my passion, and my passion comes from lived experience, right? And overcoming it. And my purpose is representation and showing others that they also can, do great things, right? And great things and success is defined by you, not by society, not by other people, right? You defined how you want to live your life, like what you view as being successful and what you view as being purposeful, right? I think sometimes society and families and people and loved ones will say that we have to do certain things and this is what defines successful, but really it's for you to determine. It's for you to determine. Sometimes I get questions from young people and they're like, why do you want to work here? And why'd you come back? And I'm like, because you are important. You are important, right? You matter to me, and I am purposefully placed here. And until then, I am not going anywhere, right? Because the work is so important. It's so important. And I don't take for granted at all the responsibility that comes with it, because there is a level of responsibility that comes with the work that we do as social workers. And we have to continue to get training and education and professionally grow and do all the personal growth that comes with it, the evolution, right? If you need to get in and talk to a therapist, going and doing that, doing the work. If you notice that, there are some things that you need to sharpen as far as your skill set, it's okay to go and get training and learn and evolve. And this is what I want this YouTube channel to be. I'm talking about the evolution of me, Miss Parker Stewart, right? How I evolved from 2005 until currently working in the roles that I do. But this is also about the evolution of you. What is it that you need along the way to help you grow and evolve and sharpen the skills personally and professionally, right? So I'm excited about this YouTube channel. I look forward to creating a sense of community and connection and growth and learning as we all are evolving and learning together. So I hope that everyone has a really, really great Sunday. I think what I'm going to do is I'm aiming to post on Sundays. I think that is going to be the rhythm, the pace that is sustainable for me. I do post like mini videos on my other social media accounts, but I think for my YouTube page, I'm going to post on Sundays, where I'm not going to post on anywhere else. I'm just going to focus on recording content and posting on Sundays. So if there is something that you want to hear about or you would like me to talk about and discuss during our coffee chats, just comment below and I will do that. So have a great Sunday. It's snowing here where I live, so we're definitely going to be inside. I kind of contemplated taking a walk in the snow, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to venture out into the cold just yet. So continue to live in your purpose in a passionate way, and I will see you all next Sunday.